Welcome. In this video, I'll show you how to use UE's flagging system to compose a project. To get started, we'll open a project from the project folder. When you're on the project navigation page, you'll notice that some of the folders have a gray bar displayed on the left side. This is the default color flag indicating that there is some form of raw content within the folder. You'll also notice a gray bar on the left side of each content element. Clicking this will allow you to flag your content based on its current status in the editing process. For example, green indicates that the content has received a final edit and is approved for publishing. Purple indicates the content has been edited, but is still awaiting final approval. Blue represents content that is standalone ready, meaning, if I wanted to share this particular component of my project as a blog post, it's ready to be published as is. Orange indicates the content has had a rough edit but is not yet finished. Red signals that an element needs attention. Yellow indicates a note. Black represents titles or questions. And gray is the default for raw content. We'll come back to the yellow and black indicators in just a second, but we'll go ahead and flag this particular component as green. Now, if I were to use the plus button to add a heading, you'll notice that its default color flag is already set to black. If I wanted to add a quick note in this folder, I could use the plus button to add a text box, then change the color flag to yellow and add my text. As you build and edit your projects, this flagging system makes it easy to keep track of your progress and the status of each component along the way. If you have a folder with no color flag, as I do right here, it simply means that the folder is still empty. If I use the plus button to add a text box, you'll notice that the default gray bar is now visible beside the folder. Since I'm not ready to add content here yet, I'll go ahead and delete this element by clicking the arrow and selecting Trash. When you're ready to export your work, click the Compose tab at the top of the left project panel, and choose from several industry standard composition formats. Selecting Reader will essentially generate an ebook with text-to-speech audio, displayed in a format similar to Kindle. When the project is finished rendering, the Reader option on the left project panel will become active. The simple PDF option will convert your text and images into a standard, downloadable PDF. If you're creating a book, the 6x9-inch book option will generate a pre-formatted PDF manuscript that's ready to be uploaded to Amazon KDP. If you're more of a listener, the audiobook option utilizes text-to-speech technology to generate an audio version of your book, read in an AI voice of your choosing. Additional Compose options include a simple text document, editable 6x9-inch book manuscript, or an outline. For our example, we'll choose the 6x9 book PDF. If you scroll down a bit, you'll find a series of toggles. Since we had multiple color flags throughout our project, as reflected by the corresponding word counts, we'll need to define the specific components we want included in our composition. In this case, I only want to include the components flagged in green. To add or remove any individual elements, click the Expand button above the project outline. Since my last folder was empty, there's no need to include it in my composition. Once I'm happy with my settings, I'll click Compose in the upper right corner. After my file has finished rendering, it'll land here on the compositions page, and I'll receive a notification that everything was successful. At this point, I can either preview my file by clicking the View icon on the left, or I can download the file to my device. Our pre-formatted PDF includes the beginning pages that come standard in a published book, a table of contents, our cover images, our chapter titles, and our main content. All we would have to do at this point is upload our file to Amazon KDP to start selling. I hope this video has been helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next training.